Welcome back to the Retirement Master, an Excel spreadsheet to help you plan for retirement and live it to its fullest. This is video number 12 in a series of short videos that will help you plan for your retirement. And today we're going to talk about a surviving spouse. And so I'm going to go down here to the surviving spouse analysis tool and pull it up. Okay. If you have a spouse, this is going to be a really important video for you to watch. If you do not have a spouse and don't plan on having one, then this video can be bypassed and you can go on to the next one. Okay, if you have a spouse, the good chances are that one of you will predecease the other. And you may be wondering, well, if I were to pass away, how would my wife do financially? We're going to lose some income. Well, the good side is with that loss of income, you also lose some expenses. But just how does that pan out when you net the two together? Well, this tool will do that for you. So I'm going to just talk about what it's going to do and how it's going to do it. Over here on the right is the analysis results. And right now, before we put any numbers in, both of us are going to be in trouble financially if one or the other passes away. We've got big negative numbers. So let's go to work on this thing. What age are we going to calculate the passing? Right now I have 75 plugged in. You can put in any number you want, and you can try it with different numbers. Here, if either one of us has a pension, if some of that pension would be lost with the passing of the person, then you would put in what the annual loss of income would be. And one of these might be blank, one might have a number, you might both be blank, whatever, depending on your pension situation. Okay, dropping down. What's going to happen here? This is information taken from sections 1 and 2 of the spending plan. And it's going to auto-populate the categories that you have in section 1 and 2 of the spending plan, as well as an annualized total number for each of those categories. And you're going to go down each of these columns and address each of these categories. And you're going to say, okay, if Ron were to pass away, how much of our food budget would disappear? And you put in there 3,500, whatever the number is. Okay, if Penny were to pass away, how much of the food budget goes away? Okay, $2,500. And you just go down through each category. Some categories you'll leave blank because they won't change. So you just look for the ones that would have a change. And then you're going to drop down further. And this is the section 4 of the spending plan. And you're going to do the same thing. If Ron were to pass away, how much of these expenses would disappear? A lot of these expenses aren't going to change with the passing of a spouse. You're still going to have to take care of the home and so forth. But on the other hand, you might not buy this car, or maybe your extra travel expenses would disappear or be reduced, or at least some of the years. So you go through what auto-populates from the spending plan and put in any changes. Then I'm going to move over to the right a little bit. And over here, this is for income from the non-Social Security income section of the retirement plan. And it's for the income that's on the left side of that sheet, does not include the pension income that's on the right side of that sheet. And this is what we have populated on that sheet for income that we're going to have. And then you do the same thing. Do we lose some of this income if one spouse or the other spouse passes away? Now, I'm going to go back to the top here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a pause on this so I can fill out these categories. And then I'll come back with them filled out, and we'll see what it does to this to our CAB down here as per the surviving spouse analysis tool. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, welcome back. I have gone through and filled in the different categories and the amounts. And as you can see here, there's not a negative number here for the CAB as per the surviving spouse analysis tool. And if you come over here, here it is. This is what my CAB would be, and this is what my wife's CAB would be if our spouse has passed away. So I'm in worse shape if she passes away than she is. In fact, I'm in worse shape than if we are both alive. She's in better shape than if we were both alive. So in this case, with the numbers I've plugged in down here, both of us are fine. We don't have to adjust our spending plan at all. And this is kind of what it looks like. I just went through each category. Here, I actually have a negative number because if I pass away, I guess I have it here. If Penny were to pass away, then I have to hire people to do home repairs and maintenance because I don't know how to do anything. So the costs are actually going to go up. Coming down here, let's see, I actually have negative numbers in here and a positive number here because if one of us passes away, we won't have two cars. So because we eliminated this one, but this one would be purchased earlier. So this goes away, but we got to add some money here and we're going to add maybe a little bit nicer car. So you could have positives and negatives in here. And coming over here on the right side, so if Penny passes away, we lose a lot of income because she's the one working. Whereas if I pass away, it's just the hobby income that's lost. But I'm not going to sell the cabin if Penny passes away. So I lose that income too. And that's why I'm in worse shape than she is, because I'm not giving up some things that she would be giving up. So I hope this kind of helps you to have a tool to take away that question mark that's out there as to what happens to my spouse if I pass away and the income passes away that I contribute. And sometimes one of these will be negative and one will be positive. Sometimes the numbers look really ugly. It just depends on the income streams and where they're coming from and how the expenses dissipate with the passing of one. So that's all for this video. I'm going to cut it loose. And on the next video, we're going to do some more fun stuff. So until then, happy retirement and just sit back and smile.